पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् page 351 tam ched bruyuh asmin ched idam brahmapure sarvam samahitam सर्वाणि च भूतानि सर्वे कामाः यदा एतत् जरा वा आप्नोति अध्वंसते वा किं ततः अतिशिष्यते इति तं चेत् ब्रूयुः. The teacher who told them in this manner that this Dharakasha is not limited by the lotus of the heart. It is as vast as this elemental space. In fact, even the elemental space also cannot compare with it because it is just an illustration on account of it being all pervasive, untouched, and then formless, therefore used as an example. And so in whatever the whole earth as well as heaven, sun and the moon and the lightning and the stars and fire and the air and wind, all of these are included in this, including whatever the person has and whatever he does not have, all of that is located, included, supported by this Dharakasha. Tamchet Bruyuhu, when the teacher said this to them, and if the Antevasina, if the disciples, if asked him, Asmin Brahmapare Swaram Samahitam Chet, Asmin Brahmapare Idam Swaram Samahitam Chet. O Venerable Sir, as you say, in this Brahmapura, the city of Brahman, which is the Dharakasha here, Idam Sarvam Samahitam Chet, all of this is included, supported, contained. Sarvani Bhutani, all the beings, Sarve Kama, and all the desires also, all of these are contained in this Dharakasha, in this space that is Brahman. But then this Dharakasha, this small space is within the heart, and heart is within the body. Yada jarava apnoti. In the old age, takes over this body, meaning the body becomes old, with decrepit, pradvamsadeva, or unfortunately the body meets with some fate and it is died or is killed. Kim tada atishishyadeti. Then does something remain? Doesn't say what remains. Can something remain? Na kinjana avatishtadeti abhipraya. So again the disciples are questioning. So earlier it was questioned that Dharakasha, the small space, is within the heart. That lotus itself, the dwelling place itself is small. The space within that is even smaller. What can be there? Nothing can be there. In case there is something there like a small berry fruit, what's the point in knowing that? What's the purpose served by knowing that? No purpose is served. So here also, what if this Brahmapura, this body gets destroyed? What can remain? Nothing can remain. So then, says Bhashyakara, so evam antivasibhi choditaha. This manner when Antivasis or the disciples have questioned him. Then we go to the next passage. Sabhruyat nasya jaraya etajjiriyate navadena asya hanyate etas satyam brahmapuram अस्मिन् कामा समाहिताः एष आत्मा अपहतपाप्मा विजरो विमृत्युः विशोको विजिगित्सः अपिपासः सत्यकामः सत्यसङ्कल्पः यथा ह्येव यह प्रजा अन्वाविशन्ते यथानुशासनम् यम यमन्तम् अधिकामा भवन्ते यम जनपदम् यम क्षेत्रभागम् तं तमेव उपजीवन्ते. Sabhruyat, then the Acharya should reply them like this. Nasya etat jaraya etat asya jaraya na jiryate. That this Dharakasha, this Brahman na jiryate, doesn't become old, doesn't become doesn't have decrepitude, doesn't get deformed by the deformation of this body. Navadena asya hanyate. That Dharakasha is not killed by this body being killed. Eta Satyam Brahmapuram. So the Brahmapura has been now used for two entities. One is for the body, because it contains the heart, which is the Veshma, the dwelling place of Brahman. So the body was called Brahmapura. And now this Dharakasha. Dharakasha means small space, which is Brahman itself is called Brahmapuram. So etat Satyam Brahmapuram. But there are two Brahmapura, therefore this is Satyam Brahma. This is a real, absolutely true Brahmapuram. A city-sized Brahman. Asmin Kamaha Samahitaha. And all these Kama desires also are located in this. So this is the reply to the questions of the disciples. And then now the topic changes. Having dealt with all the possible doubts, now the teacher proceeds to prescribe the meditation for which the whole section is. Isha Atma, as the teacher will explain, is for the Ahangraha Upasana, where Ahankara is to be meditated upon as Brahman. Apahata Papma, that is devoid of sins. Vijara, devoid of decrepitude. Vimrityu, devoid of death. Vishoka, devoid of grief. Vijigitsa, devoid of hunger. Amipasa, devoid of thirst. Satyakama, having unfailing desires. Satyasanka, having unfailing will. So these are all the attributes of Brahman, the self, which I told here for the purpose of meditation. So all necessary instructions for the meditation are given. The place where the meditations take place is the lotus of the heart and the small space which is within the heart of Brahman that contains everything, which is all pervasive, infinite, which is possessed of these attributes. Yasa shivaya prajaha anvakshanti. In case you do not realize this Brahman, then what is your fate? Then you have to live with whatever you get. Meaning that you remain a dependent entity. You live with whatever is given to you. Yasa heva prajaha anvakshanti. Yasa anusasanam. Yasa anusasanam, as they are commanded, anvakshanti, they follow. So normally, just as the people follow as they are commanded, meaning that people are dependent upon their king. So of course they continue to live, but then their livelihood is something that is dependent, and therefore they follow as they are commanded. Yam yamantam abhikamaha bhavanti. Whatever neighborhood they want, yam janapadam, whatever province they want, yam kshetra, whatever piece of land they want, tam tameva upajivanti. They accept these very things for their upajivanti, livelihood. So they will settle for this. Those who do not perform this meditation, they will settle for this. Now going to the Bhashya. Sa acharyo bruyad tanmatim apanayan. Sa acharya bruyad. Then acharya should reply to his disciples. Tanmatim, because disciples have mati, a conclusion. What is the conclusion? Nothing will remain. When the body is destroyed, nothing will remain. Apanayan, in order to remove that false conclusion, the teacher should reply them in this manner. So the Tika of Abhinava Narayanandra is on the next page. Tan matimiti tat shankamik arthaha. So, tan matim apanayan. So removing their doubt. So tat shankam apanayan, removing their doubt. Because the disciples have to meditate. Ultimately, this is instruction about meditation. And if any questions or doubts are left in the mind of the disciples who have to perform meditation, then they cannot focus their attention because the conviction is not there. And therefore, there must be proper conviction. And therefore, whatever possible doubts are there should be resolved by the teacher. And therefore, removing their mati or shanka, the doubt. Now again, 351, Anandagiri says, Kaya punaritya shunya vishaya shishyamati apaneta vyayati. Kaya punaritya. So then the question is, in what manner should the teacher remove their doubts? What is it? Shunya vishaya. The doubt is that nothing will remain. When the body is destroyed, nothing will remain. So that seems to be their mati. So in what manner, shishyamati apaneta vyayati, in what manner should the teacher eliminate that conclusion on the part of disciples that nothing will remain when this body is destroyed. Iti prashnapurukam vivrunnate. So, Bhashyakara explains this as preceded by a question. Kathamiti. Katham. So how should that doubt or how should that conclusion be removed by the teacher? Sabhruyat. So Shruti says the teacher should reply them like this. Katham. How should the teacher reply? So that whatever conclusion or doubt which has arisen in the mind of the students, that should be removed or eliminated. Then says Bhashyakara, Asya dehasya jaya etat yathoktam antarakashakyam brahma yasmin sarvam samahitam nijiyate dehavat na vikriyate ityarthah nacha asya vadhena shastradighatena etadhanyate yatha akasham. This is how the teacher should reply. Asya dehasya jaraya. But the old age or decrepitude of this body. Etat, this one. What? Yathoktam antarakashakyam brahma. This one means Brahman. Antarakashakyam. So that is called Antarakasha. So tasmin antara akasha. So dhara asmin akasha. Tasmin antarakasha. This is the Brahman. So Yasmin Sarvam, which Brahman? Yasmin Sarvam Samahitam. As the previous passage said, that Dharakasha, that small space which is Brahman in which everything is contained. Everything is supported. Including what? Dhyava, Prithvi, the heaven and the earth. And then what? Vayus, Agni, Vayu, etc. And then Surya, Chandrama, so. And what? Then Vidyun, Nakshatrani, all of these also are contained. And whatever this fellow is, whatever he doesn't have, yes, Brahma, Yasmin, Sarvam Samahitam. That Brahman, in which it is said everything is included, everything is sustained, everything is contained. Najiriyate, it doesn't become deformed. Dehavat na vikriyate, does not undergo any transformation. The idea is that the body constantly undergoes transformation. In the Dharakasha, which is contained in the body, does it also similarly undergo transformation? Answer is no. The body becomes deformed. Does the Dharakasha get deformed? No. Ityartha. Nachasya vadhena shastradighatena. And also this body is killed shastradighatena by the impact of the weapons, etc. Etad nahanyate. This Dharakasha Brahman nahanyate is not destroyed, not killed. Yatha akasham. Just as the space, when the part is destroyed, the space doesn't get destroyed. So also when this body is destroyed, the space within the body doesn't get destroyed. So again the space is presented as an illustration to explain how something does not get destroyed by distraction of something else. So how? Just as the space within the body does not get destroyed by the distraction of the body, so also the Dharakasha of Brahman does not get destroyed by the distraction of the body. Then Bhashyakara says, Kimu tatopi sukshmataram ashabdam asparsham brahma Dehendriyali doshahi nasprishyate ityartha. So that is to be added. Some text is missing here. Nasprishyate, then you should add ityartha. And then full stop. Then further, katham, you have to add in the text. Dehendriyadi doshehi. Nasprishyate. This much text is missing. Then iti tasmin avsare, then it will continue. So it's called Kaimutika Nyaya. Says Anandagiri, Dehadi Vikriya Brahmano na Vikriyasti Dedat Kaimutika Nyayane Sadhayati. That by the deformation of the body, Brahman doesn't get deformed is shown or proven by Kaimutika Nyaya. What we talk of? So Nishayasya Vadhena Shastradi Ghatena Etad Dhanyate Yatha Akashan Kyum? That is the Kaimutika Nyaya. What you talk of? Tato api sukshmataram. Even this elemental space doesn't get destroyed by the destruction of body. Kimu tato api sukshma. Then what you talk of Brahman, which is tato api sukshman, even subtler than this space? Ashabdam. Space has the quality of shabda, sound. This is without that quality. Asparshan, space also doesn't, of course, space also can't be touched, this also cannot be touched. Brahma, Dehendriyadoshi, Nasprishyate, Kim Vaktavya. That even this elemental space also does not get affected by the deformation, etc., or any kind of blemishes of the body and the sense organs. What to talk of Brahman? That it does not get affected by the doshas or the defects or the limitations of this body. That's the artha, that's the meaning. The Tika says, line 28, Hanada Devhave Akashvat Sukshmatvam Hetu Hetiyaha. Where then Brahman get destroyed? Akashvat Sukshmatvam Hetuhu. The reason is Sukshmatvam, the subtleness. So, subtleness like what? Like space. Again, that's the subtleness that we know. So, subtlest element that we know is space, and therefore again, space is presented as an illustration that Sukshmatvam, like space, is the reason why Brahman does not get destroyed by the destruction of the body. Sukshmatarattvama. In fact, Akash is Sukshmam, subtle and doesn't get destroyed. Brahman is Sukshmataram, even subtler than space. In what way? Ashabdasparshadimata sthulatvat. So, Shabda Sparsharimata, that which is possessed of Shabda, the quality of Shabda and Sparsha is Thulam, is tangible, is gross. Tataha Shabda Matravata. So, first of all, space is subtle. Akasha is Sukshma. How do you say that? It is subtler than Vayu. What is Vayu? Shabda Sparsharimata, Vayu and all other elements. So, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi, all of these are possessed of Shabda, Sparsha. Meaning that you can hear the sound of Vayu, you can touch the Vayu, and also fire and everything else. So, Sthulatva, they are called Sthula, or gross or tangible. Tada Shabda Matravada Sukshmatvam, as compared to those four elements, space, which is only the attribute of Shabda, is subtler than Vayu and other elements. Tatovi tad-rahitasya. Then what to talk of that which ashabdam, which is not even devoid of the quality of shabda or sound. Tad-rahitasya sukshmataratvam ityartha. What to talk of the subtlety of Brahman, which is even devoid of the attribute of shabda. Again, asparsham akasam sukshmam ashabdam brahma tatobi sukshmam itanvaya ityanvaya. Ashabdam, so asparsham, ashabdam, ashabdam, asparsham. Akash is asparsham. The space cannot be touched by where? This description asparsham also applies to space. There is sukshma. That is subtle. Ashabdam Brahma. But at least space has the attribute of Shabda. And Brahman is Ashabdam. Therefore, Topi Sukshmataram. It is even subtler than Akash. It is Anvaya. Says again Tika, Jaradi Deha Dharma Nisheda Indriyadi Dharma Nishedopa Ityah. Jaradi. So, in the words, what is denied is the Jara and Mrityu, which only apply to the gross body. So, Jara Deha Dharma Nisheda. The attributes of old age and death are denied in Brahman. Indriyadi Dharma Nishedopalakshanartha. But that does not mean that Brahman is like a sense organ. Because when the body gets old, the sense organs may not get old. When the body gets, the subtle body doesn't get destroyed. So perhaps that description also can apply to subtle body. So it says, no, Indriyadi Dharma Nisheda. Even dharma, the attribute of subtle body also are understood to be denied in Brahman. So upalakshanartham, denial of the attributes of the body. Or upalakshanartham, they also stand for, they represent also the negation of the attributes of subtle body. So attributes of gross body are denied, but then they also represent the denial of the attributes of the subtle body. Dehendriya. So, Dehendriyadi doshe naspushyade. So, Bhashyakara, Dehendriyadi doshe. The Deha doshas of Deha, Indriya, etc. also naspushyade. Brahman is unaffected or untouched by them. Again, Tika continues, Dehahantuhu Atmahantratva Prasiddehe. See, if somebody commits suicide, then he destroys his own body, it is called Atmaghataha. It is called a suicide. Swadehanena Atmahanan Prayaschitta Vidhanat. So if you kill your body, then it is killing yourself, and then there must be Prayaschitta done. How can you do Prayaschitta? He is not around to do Prayaschitta. Deha Hananena, Swadeha Hananena, Atmahanana Prayaschitta Vidhana. The thing is that, what is well known is that when the body is destroyed, Atma also is destroyed. When you kill your body, you are as good as killing Atma. Therefore, the Prayaschitta, the act of atonement of destroying the body, is the act of atonement destroying the self. It is as good as destroying the self. Meaning that it is very commonly known that body is Atma. Because of the Prayaschitta. By killing the body, why should it be Prayaschitta of killing Atma? But they prescribe that by when the body is killed, Atma is killed. Therefore, that kind of Prayaschitta should be performed. So, body is Atma. Jino va viramayati jarayaha atma dharmatvokte. This old person should viramay, I don't know, he should cease or desist or stop something. Meaning that then Atma is described as Jina. The idea is that this old person, old self, should now stop doing this. It is Jarayaha Atma. So there are statements where the body seems to be described as Atma. Because killing of the body requires the Prayaschitta for killing of Atma. In some statements, the Atma is described as old. That's what Jirnova Viramet. It is Jaraya Atma Dharmatva. So that statement, the Jara of old age is said to be the Atma Dharma, the attribute of Atma. Jaradi Deha Dharmana Atma Dharmatva Bhave Hetu Vachya. So you denied all right. You said that Na Jaraya Sajiryate. Okay. Sajiryate. So by the decrepit of the body, this doesn't get deformed. All right. the death of the body, this doesn't get destroyed. On what basis do you say that? But elsewhere, it is commonly understood that it is the body that is Atma. Atma gets old, Atma dies, Atma is killed. So on what basis do you make the statement that by the old age or the death of the body, Atma doesn't get destroyed? So Kathamedi. Or same thing in Anandagiri, line number 10, Dehadishu Tadatmanistam Ched Brahma Doshai Asamsmriti Ayuktam Idyasankya. Dehadishu Tadatmanistam Ched Brahma. See, Brahman is in this body, not only in the body, but Tadatmanistam. Brahma obtains the body as identified with the body. So Dehadishu Tadatmanistam Ched Brahma. Doshi asamsprishtam, and then you say that Brahma is identified with the body, and still you say that the doshas or the defects of the body do not in any way affect the Brahman. How can it be? If Brahman is asangam, that's but Brahman is identified with the body. So should not then the limitations, the doshas, the defects of the body should affect Brahman? So to say that Brahman is not affected by the defects of the body, ayuktam, is not proper. In the asankya kathamiri. Which is katham we just dictated to you. Katham deha indriya vidoshe nas prushyate iti. You know? So then Bhashyakara says, Katham deha indriya vidoshe nas prushyate iti. एतस्मिन् अवसरे वक्तव्यं प्राप्तं तत् प्रकृतव्यासंगो माभूत् इति न उच्यते. So this question can arise. You are saying that it doesn't, but on what basis do you say that this dharakasa doesn't get affected by the old age of the body or the death of the body when Brahman is in this body, identified with the body. So, katham dehendriya doshena sprishyate. This question is, how do you say that Brahman is not affected by the dosha, the defects of body, sense organs, etc.? In etasminder vaktavyam, that needs to be explained. Just a blanket statement is made without giving the reason as to why it is not affected. So really, this is the point where that reason has to be given as to why Brahman doesn't get affected by the doshas of the body. That should be stated. But tat prakrita vyasango mahabhut. But that may become a distraction in the subject matter and a discussion. So one discussion is there, namely the Upasana meditation. In that, if you bring this topic, then that would become a distraction. It is now, therefore, it is not stated here. Then where is it stated? So Bhashyakara says, in the Virochana Akhyayikayam Uparishtat Vakshyamaha Yuktitaha. So later on in this chapter, when there is Akhyayika, when there is this episode of Indra Virochana going to Prajapati, at that time, Uparishta later on, Vakshyama Yuktitaha. We shall explain this with reasoning, in fact, as to why the old age of the death of the body does not affect Brahman or the self. So says Anandagiri, Prakruta Dahaso Prakruta Vyasanga. What is Prakrutam? What is undiscussed? Prakruta Daharopasana. The topic and the discussion is Daharopasana, meditation upon Brahman, which is Daharam or subtle. Tatra Vyasanga Vikshepaha. So that thread, see right now in the mind of the disciples, the thread of the Upasana of Dahara Akasha is going on. In that, if you introduce some new topic, a different topic, then their mind will get disturbed or distracted. Then sometimes it becomes difficult to again connect that thread. So tatra vikshepaha. Siddhanagi, the dehari doshai asamspushtatvam brahman na uchyate ched etenna kvachit upadyante. So right now you are not saying how Brahman does not get affected by the doshas or the defects of body and sense organs. And ete na kvachit upapadyante, and if they never occur anywhere. The point is, here you are not clarifying why Brahman is not affected by the defects of the body and sense organs. And elsewhere also such discussion does not arise. Tritat avivakshatameva syad, then that is not meant to be conveyed. Meaning that vivaksha, the intention of saying is not apparently to convey that Brahman is not affected by the body and doshas of body and sense organs, because it is not explained why it is not affected. Iti ashankya. Therefore Bhashyakara says, in the Virochana Akshayikam, says we will clarify this later. Even though it is not clarified now, so Anandagiri says not clarified now. If it is never clarified anywhere, that means it is not an important point. If this was an important point, then the clarification should have been given. If it's not given, then it's not an important point. He says, no, we shall give clarification later on. In the episode of Indra and Virochana. Go to the other tika. Line 25. Prakruta vyasanga iti. Ihaiva dehari sarvadharma pohe krute. Prakrutasya sagunopāsanasya vyasanga vikshepaha virodho bhavet. Here itself, dehari sarvadharma pohe krute apohe krute. The teacher now begins the negation of all the attributes of the body and sense organs, etc. Then, prakrutasya saguna upasanasya dharakasa or upasana upon saguna brahma. Why saguna? Upasana always is on saguna brahma. Meditation. So gunas or attributes will be described. Vyasanga vikshepaha, there will be virodha, it will contradict this. ब्राह्मण्यादे कर्तृत्वादेश अभावे अधिकार अनुपत्ते यह न उच्यते. And therefore, here, whether the person is a Brahmana or not, he is a Karta or not, so abhave adhikar anupatte. So if you say that you are Brahman, you are not body, you are not sense organs. So Brahmana is the attribute of body. And Kartrutva is the attribute of the subtle body, Brahmanam, being a Brahmana, is the attribute of gross body. So if all Deha Dharmas are denied, then this fellow is not a Brahmana, is not a Karta also. In that case, Adhika Anupa, then who will perform meditation? So for performing any karma, Adhikaritvam is required. Meaning that you should have this notion about yourself that I am a Brahmana, or I am a Kshatriya, or I am so and so. Then only you can perform the meditation. If you say I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Kshatriya, not a Karta, not a Bhokta, that means that you are a wise person. That means that you are not qualified to perform karma. Karma cannot be performed by one who is not a Brahmana. Let us say, a karma prescribed for a Brahmana cannot be performed by one who is not a Brahmana. But a wise person also doesn't have the notion that I am a Brahmana. So he also gets excluded. So Upasana also is mental karma only. That also requires qualification that the person who performs this is XY, that's a Brahmana, or a Kshatriya, or whatever. Also, every karma requires Kartrutvam. Sense of doership is there, only you can perform karma. Upasana also being mental karma requires Kartrutvam. That I am a Karta, that notion also should be there. So for the person who performs either a ritual or a meditation, that person would have a notion that I am a human being, I am a Brahmana, I am a doer, I am a Bhokta. By performing this ritual or meditation, I will acquire such and such result, etc. So these notions about oneself make this person adhikari or a fit person for performing rituals or meditations. If you deny them, because Brahmanatvam is the attribute of the body, Kartrutva is the attribute of sense organs. If they are denied, adhikar anupatte, then this person, adhikari, no more remains. He says, I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Karta. That means I am not a quality, he is no more available for upasana. Therefore, ihana uchyate. You have to deny the adhikaritvam, therefore, here it is not said. In the Virochanakhyayikam, however, when you go to Brahma Vidya, so topic of upasana, therefore, is not said here. In Brahma Vidya, that will be said. Atma Shuddhi Vivaksitatvat. Then in fact it is important that one should have become free from these notions that I am Brahmana, I am Karta, I am Bhokta. Atma Shuddhi Vivaksitatvat. Because then only Brahma Vidya can take place. Deha Dharmanam Swapne Adarsanat. Also, because later on, the instruction about Brahma will be given as Turiya. So, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, and that which transcends all the three states. So, Deha Dharmanam Swapne Adarsanat. In dream also, you do not experience the dharmas or attributes of this gross body. Swapnikanam cha Sushupti Abhavat. Because there is very clear how the body, how Brahman is devoid of the attributes of body, gross body and subtle, is very clear because there the instruction is given with reference to the three states, waking, dream and deep sleep. Certainly in the waking state you are a Brahmana, you are whatever, But when you go to dream, then this body is no more there, so it is very clear that Brahmanatva, etc., which I thought is not real. In dream, of course, you still think that you are a Karta Bhokta. When you go to deep sleep, even that is also not there. So, Swapnikanam cha Sushupti Abhavat Abhyavicharat. Then what are you? So, gross body and its attributes are not. Subtle body, because they are what? They are Vyabhichari. Meaning that they are not permanent. They are not undeniable. They are there now and not there later. So gross body is there in the waking state, but not in the dream. Subtle body is there in the dream state, not in deep sleep. So what is it that is in the waking, dream and deep sleep? Avyavicharat, asangatvat chatmanah. So antasfurantam sada, balyadishvavi jagradashva sada, sarvasvasthasvavi vyavruttasu anuvartamanam ahamiti antasfurantam sada. So when all these are changing, the waking, dream, deep sleep states come and go, vyavruttasu, changing. So avyavrutam, anuvartamanam, that is, remains constant is ahamiti. So Atma is abhyabhichari. Asangatvacha. So my waking state does not affect the Atma, dream state, deep sleep. Atma doesn't wake up, doesn't dream, doesn't sleep. Atmana, anatmana tesham uchya. Therefore, all of this, the Brahmanam, Kartrutva, Brahmanyam, Kartrutva is anatma dharma, is very clear there. When you talk of the three states, and Atma that transcends all the three states, it is very clear that all these dharmas, such as the old age or Kartrutvam, belong to Anatma. So, Tesham Anatma Dharmatvam iti uchyate. That's already said there. Because Atma is devoid of all those dharmas. But then what about the killing of the Atma? When you kill somebody, you must do the Prayaschitta. Atmana Prayaschitta Vidhanandu Dehatmano Mithyat Adatma Abhimaninam Prati. If somebody tries to commit suicide, he must give Prayaschitta because as far as he is concerned, Dehatmano Mithyat Adatma Abhimaninam Prati. One who is a Mithyat Adatma, one who takes the Deha to be oneself, for that person the Prayaschitta is prescribed. No Paramatataha. Prayascha is not prescribed for the one, not for Atma. That prayascha is not for Atma, is for the Atma that is identified as the body, for that the prayaschitta is. Again, Tikakara continues, Yadyapi, in the Virochana Akshayikayam, Swapnaya Dharmina Pratyagatmani Dharmatvam Uchyate. Yadyapi, in the Indra Virochana Akshayika, there is no mention of Dharakasha, by the way. There is only discussion of Atma. So, Indra Virochana Akshayikam, Swapnaya Dharmina Pratyagatmana Nirdharmatvam Uchyate. And so, Atma is devoid of the dharmas of swapna, jagra, etc. So you can just swapnani dharmina, nirdharmatvam, which is Atma is nirdharma. Atma is devoid of all the dharmas of the gross and subtle body. That becomes very clear in the Virochana episode. So Dharakasha is Brahmana, but Dharakasha is not mentioned there. So Brahman, which is Dharakasha I talked about here, is not mentioned there. So Atma is Nirdharmakaha, not Brahman. Says, so Natu Dharakasha des Brahmana Deyadhyam Asamspushtatvam. Atma is described there as untouched by the defects of body and mind, etc. There is no mention of Dharakasha and Brahman being devoid of the attributes of gross and subtle body. Even though, because Bhashyakara says, in the Virochana Akshayikayam Uparishtat Vakshyama. Later on we'll tell you Yuktitaha, with reasoning how this Dharakasha Brahma is devoid of the attributes of body and subtle. But then it's not said. What is said is only the Atma being free from that, not Dharakasha. Tathavi Brahmana eva pratyagatmatvat. The fact remains that it is Brahman that is really pratyagatma. Therefore, tasmin uktam brahmani eva iti bhavaha. Therefore, what is said on Atma also applies to Brahman, because Brahman is the Atma. So therefore, anyway, so see how the Tikakaras can, how you have to be very careful in any sentence that you, anything that you say. So Bhashyakara also can be questioned like this. Bhashyakara says later on, when are you talking? You are not speaking about the Nirdharmatvam of Dharakasha, speaking the Nirdharmatvam of the Atma. But he says because Atma alone is Brahman, therefore it is as well as said there. Again Tikakara continues, Ataha एव य आत्मा अपहत पापमा इत्यादिना अपहत पापमत्वादि गुणकम धराकाश अनुद्य. So what happens is, this is the topic of Dharakasha. Now Dharakasha is described as having these attributes. Ya Atma, which is Atma, apahata papma, vijaraha, vimrutyuhu. Now when you go to Indra Virochana Akshayika, you find the same description. Ya Atma apahata. There is no Dharakasha, but Ya Atma apahata papma, vijaraha, vimrutyuhu. So now you heard all these attributes about Dharakasha earlier. And the same attributes are mentioned later. So Dharakasha comes in your mind, because so far you've been thinking of Dharakasha as possessed of Atma, Apahata Papma. So Apahata Papmatvadi Gunakam Dharaka Anudya. So therefore in that description of Atma, Apahata Papma, which comes later on, see that we already, for example, if you go to 381, okay, where this Brahma discussion about Brahmavida begins, see Atma, Apahata Papma, Vijara, Vimrutyuhu, Vishokaha, Vijitsaha, Apipasa, Satyakama, Satyasanga, it's the very same description about Atma. But then this description earlier was about Dharakasha. So Anuvada, Dharakasha alone is reiterated here by this description, says the Tikakara. So Anveshtavya, so Vijignyasatavya, that Atma must be well inquired into, he must be known and realized. Same passage is, repeated that. So referring to that, says the Tika here in line 32, so apahata papatva gunakam dharakasam anudya. Anuvada, reiterating dharakasa possessed of these attributes. Sa anveshtavya, sa vijignasitavya. So iti tasya paramarthikena rupena anveshtavyatam upakshipya. So, sanveshtavya, that Atma has to be inquired into, deliberated upon, had to be known, has to be realized. Tasya paramarthikena rupena anveshtavyatam upakshipya. Here the anveshan, here also same words are said. Sanveshtavya, so vijignasitavya. But anveshanam vijignasa here is only with reference to upasana. Anveshanam vijignasa there is with reference to Atma. So paramarthikena rupena anveshtavyatam upakshipya. There, that anveshanam is not for the purpose of upasana, for the purpose of paramarthikena. So what's the ultimate or true nature of Atma, apahata papma? That's how it is to be known and realized. So the Harakasha alone is being said there. Now there you have to investigate the absolute nature of the Harakasha. Here you have to only investigate the relative nature, namely Saguna Brasa. So with guna, with attributes, the Harakasha is to be known here. There the Harakasha is to be known in its paramarthika or absolute nature. So even though the words are the same, but then what is intended is different. Tasya, then of that same Dharakasha is Atma. Yesha Akshini Purusho Dushyate, as we said, that Prajapati gives instruction about Atma in 4 installments. In first installment, the Atma, that is the waker. Second installment, the dreamer, the deep sleeper. And then one that is the Adhisthana of all the 3. Yesha Akshini Purusho Dushyate. Again, if you want to see that, 86. Okay. So Tauha Prajapati Uvacha. Prajapati has told these 2 persons who? Indra and Virochana. Yesha. So they ask, what's the nature of the Atma? Then Prajapati says, Yesha Akshini Purusho Dushyate. Yesha Atma iti. This Purusha, the conscious being that is seen in the right eye, is the Atma. So right eye is what is meant by the waking state. But that's where the Atma is, as the Karika also says. Takshinekshi. In the right eye is the waker. Then in the throat is the dreamer. In the heart is the deep sleeper. So here, Akshini Purusho Dushyate, the waker. Ish Atma iti hovacha. That's one thing. Then subsequently, hmm. 396, isn't it? Yeah. So, Esh evameva esha bhagavaniti hovacha tvam te anuvyakhyāsyāmi. So then Indra came back and said that this cannot be. Naham bhogyam pashyami. This doesn't sound right. That this body is the Atma. He thought this body is Atma. Okay, I'll tell you again. But then perform meditation of 32 years tapasya. Having done that, ye esha swapne mahiyamana charati esha atma iti. So one that operates in the dream state is Atma. Then deep sleep state, etc. So this is how the teaching goes there. We're going back to the Tika. Idam tevete anuvyakhyasam ityadina. Every time it says, again I'll tell you again, I'll tell you again. Asharin vavasundam idyanena. Then says that what is Atma? Ashariram vavasantam. So one that is identified with the body, he is always subject to the attack by the raga, dveshas, etc. But one who has become free from the identity in the body, he is not affected by the raga, dveshas, etc. Sarvadharma aspushtatvam darshayishati vibhavaha. So, (401) Bhagavan Martyam Vayadam Shairam Attam Mrityuna. He Indra, this body is Martyam, is subject to death, is mortal. Attam Mrityuna is always in the jaws of death. Tasya Amrutasya Sharirasya Atmadhishthanam, but it is the Adhishthanam, the place of manifestation of Atma, this Asharira, that is immortal. Attvai Sasharira Priya Priyabhyam. Sasharira, what is identified with the body is Priya Priyabhyam. Atta is always under the is held by the Priya and Apriya. The pleasant, unpleasant, always take hold of this person who is identified with the body. Meaning, person identified with the body is never free from the effects of the pleasant and unpleasant. Ragadveshas. Navai sasharirasya satah priya priya apahati asti. As long as the person is identified with the body, he cannot be free from the effect of priya and apriya. Because things are, body always has this priya and apriya. Asharina vavasantam na priya priya sprushataha. One who has become free from the identity of the body, the priya and apriya, the mana, apmana, etc., has no effect on him. So this is what is said later, referring to that. So asharinam vavasanvidanena sarvadharma aspushtatvam darshayishyati. So asharinam vavasantam, one who is divided of the identity of the body, is sarvadharma aspushtatvam. So priya priya stands for all the dharmas. Mana, apmanayos, tulya, mitraya, pakshayos, etc., etc. So free from all dharmas he becomes. So in this manner, the Tikakara explains what Bhashyakara means. Bhashyakara said that in the episode of Indra Virochana, we shall explain in detail, yuktitaha, by reasoning, how Brahman is or Atma is free from the dharma, the attributes of the gross and the subtle bodies. Here it is not clarified. It would be a distraction two ways. It would be also a change, distraction of the topic. Secondly, it may also create false idea in the mind of the student who will feel that I am not the adhikari for upasana, so there also will be virodha. So Vyasa, Vikshepa and virodha, two things are said, by the Tikakara. Vikshepa, when you start talking about this topic that is not relevant right now, and virodha, because what is conveyed is, it takes away the very adhikaritvam, very fitness of the upasana, and therefore that description would contradict what the teacher wants to communicate here. Then says Anandagiri in the line 13, 12, na asya ityadana uktyarthe hetumaha. Na asya ityadana uktya. So, na cha asya vadena hanyate. So said that how come Brahman is not killed by the killing of the body? Iti uktayase hetumaha. The reason for that statement is stated here. Etadeti. So Bhashyakara says, एतत् सत्यम अवितथम ब्रह्मपुरम ब्रह्मैव पुरम ब्रह्मपुरम शरीराख्यं तु ब्रह्मपुरम ब्रह्मोपलक्षणार्थत्वात् तत्तु अनृतमेव वाचारम्भणं विकारो नामधेयम् इति श्रुतेः। एतत् सत्यम ब्रह्मपुरम. So Dharakasha is Satyam Brahmapuram, is the Brahmapuram, the city of Brahman in the real sense. So Brahmayopuram, Brahmapuram, not city of Brahman, but city that is Brahman. So there it is Raho Shiravat, so Shashti is only means what? Doesn't convey any relationship. So Brahmayopuram. So that is called Samadhikaranya Samasa. It says that Brahma alone is a Puram, not Brahmana Puram. So body is Brahmana Puram. It is city of Brahman. Here Brahmapura is Brahman, that is the city. Sharirakyam to Brahmapuram. So earlier body also was called Brahmapuram. Brahma Upalakshanarthatvat. That is only said in a secondary sense. Because to imply Brahman, Upalakshana is implication here. So to imply Brahman, the body was tentatively said to be Brahmapuram, the city of Brahman, because the body contains the heart, which is the dwelling place of the Dharakasha. In that sense, in Lakshana Vrutti only, that body was said to be the city of Brahman. Here by Vachyartha. So by Mukhya Vrutti, Brahman is Brahmapuram and body is Brahmapuram by Lakshana Vrutti, only by implication. Tattu anutameva. That Brahmapuram, that is body, is anutam. It is unreal. Why? Vacharamana vikaranamaveti shrute. So whatever is vikara, what is modification, and body is a modification, subject to change. It has a birth, it changes, it gets perishes, therefore it is a vikara. And vacharambanam, so whatever vikara is, has its beginning, origin only in speech. So whatever is a modification or changing entity has its origination in speech. Like ghata. What is ghata? Is vikara. The clay is not vikara, but the pot is vikara. So where is the pot created from? What is the source of creation of pot? Only speech. The word pot, that's all. Because what we call pot has no reality other than the word pot. So Vacharambanam has its origin only in speech. Doesn't have it, because it doesn't exist other than that. So Namadhayam, it's only in the name. Pot is only in the name. And name is origin only in the speech. So what is called pot is no other word pot, which is the word origin where? In the speech. And therefore there is no reality to, no tangibility to what we call pot. As the Swami used to say that for the word clay, there is substance here. What you are holding, what weighs, what tastes, but as far as the pot is concerned, there is no corresponding substance. So it is only a word, has no real existence. It is unreal. Similarly, this body also is a vikara, therefore it is unreal. So that's what is said here. Says Anandagiri katham yatoktam brahmana puram avitatham syad. Alright. So Brahmana Puram. Alright, so Brahman is real, but the city of Brahman, how can it be real? Brahman may be real, but then how the city of Brahman is real? The Vashyakara said, Brahmayo is not city of Brahman, it is city that is Brahman. So, Brahmayo Puramiti. Satya Shabda Samadhikaranyat Ukta Samasiddhi iti artha. So, etat Satyam, etat Satyam Brahmapuram. So, etat and Satyam and Brahmapuram, all the three words are in the same Adhikarana. Therefore, The word etat, Satyam and Brahmapuram, all of them in fact refer to same entity. So whatever etat means is what Satyam means is what Brahmapuram means. Or at least Satyam Brahmapuram are definitely in Samadhikaranyam. So whatever Satyam means is what Brahmapuram means. Therefore, Satya Shabda Samadhikaranya. Because Satya and Brahmapura, both these words are the same adhikaran. Therefore, Ukta Samasiddhi, what? Brahmayopuram, Brahmapuram. That's Samasiddhi. Is Samadhikaranya Samasa. Is because both the words are in the Samadhikaranya. Katantari Shariram Brahmapuradi Uktam. Then why in the first passage this Asmin Brahmapure, where the Sharira was referred as Brahmapuram? So Bhashyakara said, Sharirākhyam Brahmapuram Brahma Upalakshanarthatvat. It is because it is by implication, body becomes a Brahmapuram. In a figurative sense, the secondary sense, body was called Brahmapuram. Tadeva Sphutaidam Sharisa Mithyatam Sapramanam Darshayati. Tadeva Sphutaidam. To clarify that this Brahmapuram body, that Brahmapuram is unreal, Mithyatam, Sharirasya Mithyatam Sapramanam Darshayati. How the body is Mithya, Bhashyakara shows with Pramanam, Bhasaramam, Vikaranam, etc. Going to the other Tika, line 35. Vadhadi abhave satyatvam kutastatvam hetum prashnapurvakamaha. Alright, if the dharakasha is not subject to vadha or the old age and death, then what is the reason? So kutasatyatvam, kutastatvam, because this Brahmapuram is satyam and therefore kutastham, it is changeless. Hetum Prashnapuram. So what's the reason? Now Kutaha iti, I don't find anywhere, So Kutaha, we do not see that Kutaha. Maybe that Tika had some place. So Etat Satyam Avidadam Brahmapuram. Kutaha. Brahmayopuram, that's how it must be so. So Brahmayopuram, so in between there may be a Kutaha there in the text of this Tikakara is possible. So Brahmapuram, because this Brahmapuram, Brahma itself is Puram. Then continue, Yadi Samadhikaranya Samasana, Brahmavachir Brahmapura Shabdena, Yadi Samadhikaranya Samasana. So why is Samasa, where both the words are the same adhikaran, Brahmavachate Brahmapura Shabdena, Brahmavachate, by as you claim, Brahmayopuram, Brahmapuram. Meaning that by word Brahma, Puram alone is said and not Brahmana Puram. So even though there are two words, Brahmapuram, those two words do not have different meaning. So really that is not a samasa anyway, but then Brahmapuram, where Brahma and Puram mean the same, then Brahmayopuram. Therefore, so it's called Samadhikaranya Samasa because both have the same meaning. Then so Brahmapura Shabdena Brahmayo Uchyate. So Brahman alone is said by the word Brahmapuram. Katham Tari Puram Shariramuktam. How come earlier the body was called Brahmapuram? Tatraha. So Bhashyaka says Sarirakyam tu Brahmapuram Brahma Upalakshanarthatva. So Brahma Upalabdhi Hetutvena Brahma Upalaksha. So Brahma Upalabdhi Hetutvena. So there was a reason why the body also is called Brahman, because that is where you realize Brahman. Only in the body there is a heart, and that there is a space in which you meditate and you realize Brahman. So because the body is a place where you realize Brahman, therefore body in a secondary sense is called the city of Brahman. So Brahma Upalabdhi Hetutvena, Brahma Upalakshanarthatvena, and therefore it becomes Upalakshanam, by implication it is called Brahmapuram. Sharirmuktam Puram. Yakimide Tadevana Uchyate. Then why don't you say the same thing here? Earlier you raise his body to the level of the city of Brahman. How come you don't say the same thing here? Iti asankya. तस्य अनृतत्वात् सत्यत्व अनुपत्ते, because body is anutam, is mithya, therefore it comes satyam brahma puram. सत्य शब्द सामान्यकरण्यात्, सत्य शब्द सामान्यकरण्या शरीरं न गृह्यते इत्याह. So Satya Shabda. This Brahmapuram has Samadhikaran with Satya Shabda. So Brahmapuram that is talked about here enjoys Samadhikaranyam with the word Satya. Therefore, body does not qualify to be Brahmapuram here because this Brahmapuram, Satyam Brahmapuram, and body does not qualify to be called Satyam. So Tattu Anutameva. Okay. So that's how Vasakara said that this body is not Satyam Brahmapuram. Okay, we'll continue. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.